People spend millions of dollars on board games, but is it worth it? Let's find out. We have gathered the information about Gamefound and Kickstarter, the biggest crowdfunding platforms on the internet, to find out which are the most funded board games ever. The cheapest game on this list already funded $9 million, and it's gonna get crazier from that point on. As well as we will find out if in retrospect we will say, shut up and take my money, or say no thank you this time around. First game on the list earned $9 million, as I previously mentioned, and it was Marvel Zombies. Yes, it has Marvel on the box, but that's not the only reason it gathered $9 million. It's in the 10th spot because it's based on the Zombicide system, which is already well known and loved. What does the system mean? Well, let's find out. This game is a cooperative game where all of you are against zombies. Hordes of zombies keep coming in, and you try to defend them. And this time as Marvel heroes, who also are now zombies. The more zombies you kill, the more skills you have, the stronger you get, the more hordes come in. So just smash everything in your path and try to win the game together as a team. Sounds super fun, but does it sound 9 million worth it? Well, let's find out. In retrospect, I would probably back it. This crowdfunding campaign had a lot of extras like X-Men on top of it that you can play, and so on and on and on. Next game earned $9.14 million, so right there. And this one is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. This one is based on the video game Monster Hunter, where you, together as a team, try to fight more and more impressive monsters, hunt them down, gather resources, and then get stronger. So this game has multiple things going for it. First of all, the monsters really feel smart because they have this AI system where you turn around the card and it will say where it moves, what actions it does, and you can prepare for it or learn the monster's movements beforehand and then prepare yourself as real monster hunters would do. And all players will have cards that they will have to play in a row, and it's very important in what sequence do you play these cards, because they can combo in one another, and maybe if you play the wrong card and do the wrong move, you kind of limit yourself in the future. I have played earlier iterations of this game and I really enjoyed them, but I backed this one. I have the original and don't feel like this time I'm saying no, just not for me. Next game comes in at a $9.5 million, and it's Avatar. And this one is a special one because it's actually an RPG, meaning a role-playing game. In role-playing games, you usually take part as a character and go through a story. And this crowdfunding campaign gives you the backbone of that story. You can play as the beloved characters from Avatar, go through adventures, and try to defeat all the baddies. And the best part is always about role-playing games, you are the ones creating the story. This one highly depends if you're an Avatar fan, and despite that I kind of look like Aang right now, it's not for me. So far, all highly crowdfunded campaigns have a big franchise behind it. Will it continue? Let's find out. Next game comes in at $9.87 million. And yes, it also has a huge franchise behind it. Cyberpunk. Also based on a video game, this game does something super unique. It takes video game shooting and action and tries to bring it to your tabletop. And rather successfully. Cyberpunk is a cooperative game and a real-time game, which means that all players at the same time will do their actions as fast as possible, which means it's real action. You'll get pretty sweaty. Don't ask me how I know. You will have missions, and then you will try to accomplish them as quickly as possible by shooting bad guys, by opening boxes, by opening doors, a bunch of other things, whatever you can manage in just a few minutes. So the board game lives in the same universe as the video game and really well implements shooting at board games. We were lucky enough to try the prototype and we actually really love it. So yes, for me. It looks like I'll be spending a lot of money. Don't tell my wife. On speaking of prototypes that we have already tried, next game comes in at $10.5 million. And it's Lands of Evershade. Lands of Evershade is a massive campaign game where you will go through a story, also cooperatively, but there might be or might not be some backstabbing maybe, where you travel through a map, trying to solve different riddles, making very important choices, and then maybe going to a combat or two or three or 100. Lands of Evershade is this place where there is no sun except one light beam that destroys everything in its path. And the whole world is built around this premise of unknown force, of magic, of mystique. And yes, we were super lucky to try it out, and one simple choice in that game totally sold us on just wanting to play it more and more. On the left side you see the adventure phase where you travel around this world and make decisions, and on the right side there is this map. The fighting goes on, and you use your character's abilities and however you have upgraded him to defeat the baddies. It's definitely a big green mark right here. One of the most exciting games I think that's gonna come out in near future. Boom! You ready to go on? Because I'm sure I am. You thought $10 million is a lot for a board game? Well, we're just getting started. Because next game has earned $11.9 million. And it comes from the same company. ISS Vanguard. In ISS Vanguard you are a team going to space, and oh boy, it has a lot of story, a lot of exploration, and a lot of dice chucking. So we play as the crew of ISS Vanguard. And in this game there are two parts. One is the management of the ship, and the other one is the exploration of space. You will play different characters that go and explore, upgrade, can get injured, and can even die during the campaign. This is a massive story game with tons of choices, and most importantly you will travel to the whole universe. And this game has tons and tons of content. This game is beautiful looking and has very interesting choices. And not only on the exploration side, a huge part of the game is actually the ship management phase, where you will pick choices of what to upgrade next, what characters to maybe heal or upgrade. It's all about choices. We have a review about this game and we quite liked it, especially the story part where you have an epic voiceover, the best one in board games, but the main mechanism of the dice chucking, and you can only progress if you keep rolling dice and hopefully try to manage them as well as you can. It might inspire us to play a lot more of it. So for me personally, I'll keep my money. Even though it's a really good game and I can see a lot of people really enjoying it. And yes, ISS Vanguard already was an epic game, but it doesn't even come close to the next one, which is Kingdom Death Monster. Their 1.5 campaign earned them $12.39 million. Kingdom Death Monster is a boss battler where you all as a team go together and try to defeat all kinds of nasty monsters. You get stuff, you upgrade your characters, and then go again. And this is actually a miniatures collecting game because you can separately buy these monsters and miniatures, and then it's a whole thing of painting them, getting to the table and fighting. It's an epic game, a hobby within a hobby game. To be honest, I haven't had the guts to go into this epic journey because I've already been playing Eon's Trespass a lot and loving it. But I definitely would love to, but I spend a lot of money right here. So, I'd love to play it. I'd love to take my money if I would have any money left. So, whoop-de-doo. And we're getting into the top 3 most crowdfunded board games ever. I'm super hyped, but also that might be just the coffee I just drank, so. And to no one's surprise in the world, Frosthaven is number 3. Frosthaven is the continuation of one of the most popular board games ever created, Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is this epic cooperative campaign where you have your own characters, you go into dungeons trying to defeat different scenarios and baddies by playing out cards and choosing which side of those cards to use. I'm super simplifying it, but it's an epic adventure with content that will last you for years. And then Frosthaven took that concept that will last you for years and created a board game that you will never finish, with tons of more scenarios, with tons of more options, of tons of more ways to generate resources and get better. And Frosthaven is a board game that I'd say you will play forever if you really like it. So for me personally, playing Gloomhaven was enough, and I'm not looking to get back into that system, so it's a no for me, dog. Cause we also need to save money for these 2 spots, right? I bet the second spot will totally surprise you because, again, it's not really a board game, it's a role-playing game. And this one is Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere role-playing game. To be honest, I have only tipped my toes into the world of Brandon Sanderson's books, but I'm already excited to find out what the role-playing game can bring to the table. First-hand experience the Stormlight Archive or Mistborn universe. So if you have read the books and are thinking like, how can I throw myself more into this universe? Well, here you go. Join the 55,000 backers that together raised $15.14 million to fund the Cosmere RPG. I just personally have just started to throw myself into this universe, so I'll keep my money for now, but I'm afraid that might change in the future. So all of this built up to find out what is the most crowdfunded game of all time. And to be honest, the money it raised put all other games to shame. With whopping $21.51 million, the most crowdfunded board game ever. Can we add some drum roll, please? No? Okay, never mind then. Nemesis Retaliation. Nemesis Retaliation is all about aliens, all about trying to survive and then still dying at the end. We just recently made a review and oh boy, we're excited to tabletop this game more and more. So I'll just go ahead. Third game in the Nemesis series, a standalone game where this time you are fighting back. You're equipping yourself with guns and you have a mission to go in, do some things, like find something, secure something, and then get out. But a lot of you, like I suspect Mr. Sives, has alternative motives and most likely will stab you in the back. This is a semi-cooperative game where you all work together until you find out that Sives wanted to kill you all this time. And this is the list of most crowdfunded board games out there. Which ones you have backed and really enjoyed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our best sold games of last year video, where we also tried to talk about monies and board games and stuff. All right, see you next time. Bye.